arithmetic progression. That's, we can denote it as A dot P. Consider the sequence. Yesterday we studied about series sequence. Sequence is studied. That is, sequence means it is a real numbers arranged in some certain specific form. Consider this one: 3, 7, 11, 15, comma, etc. We take the first number as 3. We want to get the number 7. So we have to use either addition or subtraction. We can write this number as 3 plus 4. We are getting the answer as 7. Next number, 7 plus 4. We are getting the answer as 11. 11 plus 4. We are getting the answer as 15. The next number we can decide as 15 plus 4. The answer will be 90. We can predict the next successive terms. This is one way. Example. Second one, consider the numbers minus 27. We take it as plus 27. Next 25. Next 23. 21, etc. We take the first number as 27. We want to find out the next one. Here it is increasing order. The series is increasing here. That is why the difference is positive, whereas here the sequence is decreasing. So the first term is 27, the next is 25. The sequence is decreasing. We can conclude the next one. So that is 27 minus 2. So the answer will be 25. 25 minus 2. The answer will be 23. The next number will be 23 minus 2. The answer will be 21. The next number we can predict as 21 minus 2. The answer is 9. So the next number we can predict the successive terms. This type of sequence is called AP. The AP means the definition it is given, right? And here we are adding and subtracting. We have to include this only, addition and subtraction only. So the definition for AP. Here the difference between the successive terms are constant. Here the difference between the successive term is 4, 4, 4. We are adding the constant 4. Here we are subtracting the constant 2. So this type of number is known as AP. The definition is given like this. An AP or arithmetic progression is a sequence whose successive terms, that is the next term, whose successive terms differ only by constant. Whose successive terms differ by a constant. The same constant, differ by a constant. So first one. The second one, here we also the sequence can be written, then AP can be written as, AP is denoted by or written by, first term we take it as T1. In the before exercise we take A1, A2, A3 like that. For in AP we can take it as, first term we take it as T1, second term we take it as T2, third term we take it as T3, etc. The nth term can be taken as Tn. For that we have some specific denotation. Here in the given example, the first term is 3, second term is 7, third term is 11, fourth term is 15, fifth term is 90. In the second example, first term 27, second 25, third term is 23, fourth term is 21, like that. Third one, we have to generalize the AP. The general form of an AP is, the general form of an AP is, it is denoted by A. First term we take it as A. Second term we take it as A plus D. The D is common difference. Third term it is denoted by A plus 2D. Fourth term we denote it as A plus 3D, etc. Here what is A? We have to first term we take it as first term. It is denoted by T1. We can take it as A. Second one, common difference. The difference between the successive terms we take saying as constant. So the common difference, it is denoted by the symbol D. It is taken as T2 minus T1. The difference between the successive terms are equal, so we have taken as T2 like this. The AP we denoted as T1, T2, T3, T4, like etc. So the difference means T2 minus T1, we take it as D. T3 minus T2, we take it as D. T4 minus T3, we take it as D. So this D can be written as T2 minus T1, T3 minus T2, T4 minus T3. If we continue like this, the nth term we can take it as Tn equal to Tn minus Tn minus 1. The difference of the successive terms. Fifth one, we take, so first term we take it as T1. It is denoted by the symbol A. Common difference we take it as D. It is given as T2 minus T1. Second term minus first term, or the general form is Tn minus Tn minus 1. T3, etc. If we continue like this, this is Tn minus Tn minus 1. Next one, the general term is given as nth term. Like this, if we take like this, we have to generalize the nth term as Tn equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Tn, the general term is denoted by Tn, A plus n minus 1 into D. Whereas the general form of an AP is given by A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, etc. This is an arithmetic sequence. Whereas this is denoted by a term. Sixth one, if an AP has finite number of terms, if an AP has finite number of terms, it is known as finite arithmetic progression. Finite number of terms, it is called finite arithmetic progression or finite AP, finite arithmetic sequence. The next one, if an AP has infinite number of terms, if an AP has infinite number of terms or infinitely many terms, that is, the last term is not given. Here the last term will be given, whereas here the last term will not be given. It is called infinite arithmetic sequence. Infinite arithmetic sequence or infinite AP. The arithmetic sequence is called AP, arithmetic progression. Suppose in an finite sequence, in an finite arithmetic sequence, if the last term is given, finite, so it must be ended with some number. In arithmetic sequence, if the last term is given, last term is given as L. Then the number of terms in the AP. The arithmetic progression is given by the formula n equal to L minus A by D plus 1. Here we use this formula only for finite arithmetic sequence. In the finite arithmetic sequence, first term will be given, common difference we find T2 minus T1. The last term is given L, means the number of terms in the arithmetic progression is n equal to L minus A by D plus 1. Next, we say about the common difference. If the common difference is we denoted by the term D is either positive or negative, or it is denoted by 0. Either it is positive or negative or 0. Suppose it is 0. If the common difference is, if D is 0, that is common difference is 0, then the AP is called constant. It is called constant arithmetic sequence. Or arithmetic progress. So the common difference is positive. Positive means the sequence will be in the increasing order. If it is negative, the sequence will be in the decreasing order. So it is increasing, or here it is decreasing. If it is 0, it is known as constant arithmetic sequences. We can do the example exercise. Exercise 2.5. Exercise 2.5. First question, first subdivision. The first question is, check whether the following sequences are in AP. The first subdivision is the given A minus minus 3, A minus 5, A minus 7. We have to check whether it is an arithmetic sequence. For this arithmetic sequence, we have to find the difference. We take the given sequence. Let us take the given sequences T1, T2, T3. Here only three terms are given. So I take it as T1, T2, T3, etc. Here no last term is given, so it is an infinite arithmetic sequence. We find T2 minus T1, the common difference. That is equal to T2 is second term. It is A minus 5 minus second term. A minus 5, the first term is A minus 3. Simplify this one. A minus 5 minus A plus 3. Minus A plus A get cancelled, the answer will be minus 2. So T2 minus T1 equal to minus 2. Next, third term is given. So T3 minus T2. That is A minus 7 minus A minus 5. That is equal to A minus 7. Bring the minus sign inside the bracket. It is minus A plus 5. Plus A minus A get cancelled. The answer will be minus 2. So T3 minus T2 is equal to minus 2. Here we are getting the common difference are equal. Therefore, common differences are equal. Common differences are equal. Therefore, the given series is, the given sequence is AP. The given sequence is an AP. If the common difference are not equal, we have to write the given sequence is not in AP. Here you have to find the difference between the successive terms. Second sum. 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5, etc. This is also an infinite sequence. We have to find the T2 minus T1. Here it is given as 4 terms are given. So the given, let the given sequence is, here 4 terms are given. We write it as T1, T2, T3, T4, etc. We find the difference T2 minus T1. That is 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2. This can be taken as the LCM. 2 3s are 6. Cross multiplying 2 minus 3. The answer will be minus 1 by 6. Next you find, here 4 terms are given. So up to the last term we have to find the difference. T3 minus T2. 1 by 4 minus 1 by 3. Take it as LCM. 4 3s are 12. Cross multiplying 3 minus 4. The answer will be minus 1 by 12. Here the common difference is not equal. So T2 minus T1. Here T2 minus T2. T1 is not equal to T3 minus T2. Common differences are not equal. Common differences are not equal. Therefore, the given sequence is not the given sequence. The given sequence is not in AP. So next for third sum you take it as homework sum. Fourth one. The same method you proceed and find out whether it is an AP or not. Fourth sum, I take the fraction 1 by 3, 0, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, etc. So same procedure. Let the given sequence is, here they are giving 4 terms. First term is minus 1 by 3, second term 0, third term 1 by 3, fourth term 2 by 3. So I take it as up to fourth term. The given sequence is T1, T2, T3, T4, etc. We find the common difference T2 minus T1. That is 0 minus of minus 1 by 3. The answer will be 1 by 3. Next T3 minus T2. That is 1 by 3 minus 0. The answer will be 1 by 3. T4 minus T3. That is 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3. The denominators are equal. So simplify the numerator. 2 minus 1, answer 1. Here all the common differences are equal. So common differences are equal. Therefore common differences are equal. Therefore the given series is, the given sequence is in AP. Take the fifth sum as homework. It is on integer only, so you take it as homework. And follow the same method, find out whether it is an AP or not. Second question. First sum, first subdivision. First term A, first term is denoted by A and the common difference D are given below. Find the corresponding AP. The first term, comma, A equal to 5. Common difference, it is denoted by the symbol D. It is given as 6. First term is given by A. The second term is given as, the common difference is given as D. It is given by 6. To find the AP. To find the AP. Solution. The general form of an AP is, the general form of an AP is A comma A plus D comma A plus 2D A plus 3D comma etc. First term we take it as 5. So 5. Substitute the value for A and D. 5 plus 6 comma 5 plus 2 into 6 comma 5 plus 3 into 6 comma etc. That is equal to 5, 11, 17, 23 etc. That's so the AP is 5 comma 7, 11 comma 17 comma 23 etc. Answer you can write it as, the AP is 5 comma 11 comma 5 comma 11 comma 17 comma 23 comma etc. Next, second subdivision, it is same like this. You can take it as homework. Third subdivision, A first term comma A equal to 3 by 4, common difference, comma D equal to 1 by 2. D equal to 1 by 2. We need to find the AP. To find the AP. So solution. The general form of an AP is we denote it as A plus D, A plus 2D, comma A plus 3D, etc. Substitute the value for A. It is 3 by 4, comma 3 by 4 plus 1 by 2, comma 3 by 4 plus 2 into 1 by 2, comma A for we have to substitute for A plus 3D. A value is, it is 3 by 4, 3 by 4 plus 3 into 1 by 2, etc. This can be written as 3 by 4, taking 4 as LCM, it is 3 plus 2, 3 plus 2. Next 2 get cancelled, take 4 as LCM, we have 3 plus 4. Here we cannot cancel, so we can write it as 3 by 4 plus 3 by 2. That is equal to 3 by 4, 5 by 4, comma 7 by 4. If you take LCM as 4, it is 3 plus 6, etc. That is 3 by 4, 5 by 4, 7 by 4, comma 9 by 4, etc. So answer, the AP is 3 by 4, 5 by 4, 7 by 4, 9 by 4, etc. In the max, for each sum, try to write the answer in the last. After finishing the calculation, you write the answer. It is very easy. This is a good method also. Third one. Third question, first sum. Find the first term and common difference of an arithmetic progression whose nth term is given as Tn equal to minus 3 plus 2. So, nth term is given as nth term comma Tn. We denote the nth term by Tn. It is given as minus 3 plus 2n. To find first term and common difference. To find first term, we denoted by A. Common difference D. Common difference, it is denoted by T. The formula is T2 minus T. So, we find T1, T2. So, T1, Tn equal to minus 3 plus 1. So, T1, that is minus 3 plus 2 into 1. Instead of n, you substitute the answer 1. That is equal to minus 3 plus 2. The answer will be minus 1. T1, first term, that is denoted by the symbol A, that is equal to minus 1. Next, T2. That is, instead of n, substitute the answer 2. So, minus 3 plus 2 into 2. That is minus 3 plus 4. The answer will be 1. Therefore, T2 equal to 1. Now, we want to find common difference. So, common difference D equal to comma D equal to T2 minus T1. T2, the value is 1. Minus T1 is minus 1. The answer will be 2. So, answer first in the question they won't ask A or D. They ask only first term and common difference. So, write it as first term equal to minus 1. Common difference equal to 2. Common difference equal to 2. Write the answer like that. The question is not to find D or A. Second sum. Given nth term Tn equal to 4 minus 7n. To find first term and common difference. To find first term, that is A, common difference D. Same procedure. Common difference D. So, solution. So, in the nth term, put n equal to 1. So, T1 equal to 4 minus 7 into 1. That is equal to 4 minus 7. The answer will be minus 3. Therefore, T1 we denoted as A. It is equal to minus 3. Next, T2. There you substitute in the nth term, substitute n equal to 2. That is 4 minus 7 into 2. That is 4 minus 7 2s are 14. The answer will be minus 10. Here they ask to find the answer first term and the common difference. So, the answer is common difference D equal to T2 minus T1, that is minus 10 minus of T1 is minus 3, simplifying minus 10 plus 3, the answer will be minus 7. That was D equal to minus 7. So answer, first term equal to minus 3, common difference equal to minus 1. Common difference equal to minus 1. Next, fourth term. Fourth sum. Fourth sum, find the 19th term of an AP. One AP is given. So, given the AP is minus 11, minus 15, minus 19, etc. To find, they asked to find 19th term. 19th term we denoted by the symbol T19. So, solution. A first term, A equal to minus 11. Common difference D equal to, the common difference, it is denoted by the symbol D, given by the formula T2 minus T1. Here the first term is minus 11, second term minus 15, third term minus 19. So, second term is minus 15, minus of first term minus 11. That is minus 15 plus 11, the answer will be minus 4. Therefore, D equal to minus 4. A equal to minus 11. We want to find 19th sum. So, 19th term T19 equal to, we have to write the formula. For that we use nth term. Tn equal to A plus n minus 1 into T. So, write A plus 19 minus 1 into D, since Tn equal. So, instead of n you have to substitute the value 19, that is A plus 18D. A is minus 11 plus 18 into minus 1. The answer will be minus 11 minus 11 minus, you have to multiply. So, 8 4s are 32, so minus 72. Now, you have to subtract minus 83. So, T19 equal to minus 83. So, answer, nineteenth term is they want to ask T19. They ask only 90. So, 19th term equal to minus 83. Whatever the question asked, you have to write the answer like this. Don't write T19 until they won't give the full mark. This is 2 mark question, they won't give. They will reduce 1 mark. Fifth sum. Which term of an AP 16, 11, 6, 1 is minus 54? Given the AP is given as 16, 11, 6, 1, etc. It is in the decreasing order. So, the common difference should be come in the negative form. To find to find the position of the term in this sequence, the position of the term minus 54. That is, it is in which position? That is, it what term? It is minus 54 from the given. So solution. First term is 16. So first term comma from the given AP we can find first term. It is denoted by A. The answer will be 16. After that, as usually, we have to find the common difference. So common difference. Common difference denoted by D. It is T2 minus T1. T2 is 11 minus 16. The answer will be minus 5. So our common difference is come in negative, so it is correct because the given AP is in decreasing order. Now we have to find the position of the term minus 54. I take the minus 54 as nth term. Let the nth term is minus 54. That is Tn equal to minus 54. We know the formula n, so A plus n minus 1 into D equal to minus 54. We substitute the value for A and D. A is 16, so 16 plus n minus 1 into D is minus 5 equal to minus 54. That is 16. Bring this minus 5 inside, minus 5, multiply this bracket, minus 5n plus 5 equal to minus 54. 16 plus 5, 21. So minus 5n plus 21 equal to minus 54. Minus 5n equal to minus 54 minus 21. The answer will be minus 75. This is minus 5n. So n equal to minus 75 by minus 5, that is 50. So the number minus 54 is in the 15th term. So answer, the 15th term is the 15th term of the 15th term of the given AP is minus 50. Sixth sum. Here you have to find the position. Find the middle terms. So they give it in the plural form. So we have to find two terms of an AP. So given the AP is 9, 15, 21, 27, etc. 183. It is in the increasing order, so the common difference should be positive. It is the last term is given as 183. So it is an finite AP also. To find the middle terms. The question is given, not the middle term. Here it is given as middle terms. So solution. So from the given AP, the first term is the first term comma A equal to 9. Common difference comma D equal to T2 minus T1, that is equal to T2 is 15, 15 minus 9. The answer will be 6. The answer will be 6. We have to find the number of the 183 is given. last term comma, it is denoted by the symbol L, that is given as 183. We have to find the number of terms. So number of terms comma n equal to, the formula is given as L minus A by D within the bracket, write L minus A by D, then you write complete, finish that bracket, then you write plus 1, that is equal to 183 minus first term is 9, the common difference is 6 plus 1, that is equal to 174 by 6 plus 1. The answer will be 29 plus 1, that is equal to 30. So n equal to 30, which is an even number. Which is an even number. So we are having two middle terms. It is an even number. So middle terms are 30 by 2 the term and 30 by 2 plus 1 term, that is equal to 15th term and 16th term. That is equal to 15th term is denoted by 215 and 16th term is denoted by T60. We have to find, so nth term, we know the general form, nth term comma Tn equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Above T50, 15th term comma T15 equal to A plus 15 minus 1 into D, that is A plus 14D. That is first term is given as 9, so 9 plus 14 into common difference is given as 16, that is equal to 9 plus 84, 6 4s are 24, 84, that is equal to, the answer will be 93. So T15 equal to 93. Next 16th term. 16th term T16 equal to A plus 16 minus 1 into D, that is A plus 15D. That is A is 9, D is 16, 6. So the answer will be 9 plus 90, 6 5s are 30, with 90, the answer will be 99. So T16 equal to 99. The answer is not T15 and T16. So write the answer as, the middle terms are 93 and 99. The given sequence has even number, so there are two middle terms. Seventh sum. The seventh sum is in the question, if 9 times 9th term is equal to 15 times 15th term, show that 6 times 24th term is 0. Seventh sum, if 9 times 9th term is equal to 15 times 5th term, then show that 6 times 24th term is 0. So given 9 times 9th term is equal to 15 times 15th term. that is 9 times. So 9 into 9th term is denoted by the symbol T9 equal to 15 times 15th term T50. Take it as first equation. To prove 6 times 24th term. 6 times 24th term equal to 0. That is 6 into T24 equal to 0. This thing we want to prove. So proof. By 1, 9 T9 equal to 15 T50. Substitute the value. We know the nth term. Nth term Tn equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Substituting this one for T9. So 9 into A plus 9 minus 1 into D equal to 15 into A plus 15 minus 1 into D. That is 9 into A plus 8D equal to 15 into A plus 14D. 9 and 15 cancel in 3 tables. So this cancel means this is 3, this is 5. Because it is lies outside the bracket only, 3 into A plus 8D equal to 5 into A plus 14D. Here you are having two unknowns, one equation. So 3A plus 8 3s are 24D equal to 5A plus 5 4s are 20, 70D. When you simplify, bring all 3A minus 5A plus 24D minus 70D equal to 0. That is minus 2A minus, we subtract 70 minus 24. 6, 46. So minus 46 D equal to 0. So cancel in, divided by minus 2. The answer will be A plus 23D equal to 0. That is equal to A plus 24 minus 1 into D equal to 0. Here I cancel in the 3 table, here I cancel in the 2 table. So I can, both the sides I multiply by 6. Multiply by 6 implies 6 into A plus 24 minus 1 into D equal to 6 into 0. That is 6 into A plus 24 minus 1 into D equal to 0. That is 6 into, this is the 24th term. So T24 equal to 0. This is the what we have to prove. So hence, therefore 6 times 24th term equal to 0. Hence,
Next, 8th one. If 3 plus k, 18 minus k, 5k plus 1 are in AP, then find the value of k. Given 3 plus k, 18 minus k, 5k plus 1 are in AP. given 3 plus k, 18 minus k, 5k plus 1 are in AP. They also find the value of k. Already we know the common difference D equal to T2 minus T1 equal to T3 minus T2. So we have to assume the term, the first one, let T1 equal to 3 plus k, T2 equal to 18 minus k, and T3 equal to 5k plus 1. So we have to use this condition, T2 minus T1 equal to T3 minus T2. Here T2 is what here? T2 is 18 minus k. So we have to substitute here 18 minus k minus T1 is what? 3 plus k. So minus of 3 plus k equal to T3 is what? 5k plus 1 minus T2 is 18 minus k. Now you have to remove the bracket. So 18 minus k, multiply minus means minus k plus minus k equal to 5k plus 1 minus 18, minus into minus plus k. See here, minus k minus 2k, 18 minus 3, 15. So 15 minus 2k equal to here 5k plus k, 6k, 1 minus 18 minus 17. So we have to bring k one side and numbers one side. Here already 6k will be positive, so we have to bring the minus 2k to that side. So it is coming 6k plus 2k equal to 15 plus 17. So 8k equal to 32, k equal to 32 by 8. Therefore k equal to 4. They have to given some sequence. They also find a k value. So we got the value of k is 4. That's all over 8th sum. Next 9th one. Find x, y and z given that the numbers x, 10, y, 24, z are in AP. This sum also the same method only, but in this sum they have to given here 5 terms. First you have to write given, first you write given, what is given? X, 10, y, 24, z are in AP. The same method of 8th sum. Here we have to assume the term first. Let T1 equal to x, T2 equal to 10, T3 equal to y, T4 equal to 24, T5 equal to z. We know the common difference, that is equal. T2 minus T1 equal to T3 minus T2. Like that we have to use it here, the conditions. The first condition we have to use it, common difference D, that is equal to, the first condition is T2 minus T1 equal to T3 minus T2. The second one is here given 5 terms. So you have to take the another 2. T4 minus T3 equal to T3 minus T2. Next the third one, T5 minus T4 equal to T4 minus T3. Okay, how to substitute the value here. T2 is what here? 10. So 10 minus T1 is x. 10 minus x equal to T3 is y minus 10. X will be getting negative, so you have to bring to that side, means y plus x equal to 10 plus 10. So, x plus y equal to 20. This is you have to keep equation 1. Next you have to come to this side. T4 minus T3. T4 is 24 minus T3 is y equal to T3 minus T2. T3 is y minus T2 is 10. Here also y will be getting negative. So, you have to bring to this side means it is coming for plus y. So, we are getting 2y equal to 10 plus 24. So, 2y equal to 34. So, y equal to 34 by 2. So, y equal to 17. Now, we have to got it one value of y. But we have to find out the remainder of x and z value. Next, you have to apply this condition. T5 minus T4 equal to T4 minus T3. T5 is z minus T4 is 24 equal to 24 T4 minus T3 is 17. So, z equal to 24 minus 17, that is what is 7. This will be coming here, this side means plus 24. So, z equal to 31. Now, we have to get it another value of z also. The remaining value is what is x. The equation 1 we have to get it x plus y equal to 20. Here we have to substitute the value y means we are getting the value of x. Substitute y equal to 17 in equation 1. So, you have to substitute here x plus 17 equal to 20. So, x equal to 20 minus 17. So, x equal to 3. Now, we have to got it 3 value of x, y, z. At last, you have to take and write the answer. Therefore, x equal to 3, y equal to 17, z equal to 31. That's all. Next, 10th sum. In a theatre, there are 20 seats in the first row. We have to assume that this is the first row. Here, 20 seats will be allotted. The first row will be 20 seats. And 30 rows were allotted. Like that, second row, third row, like that, 30 rows they have to allotted. So, the last row is, this is the last row. The first row started for 20 seats, second row, third row, like that, 30 rows will be here. So, the last row is 30th row. Each successive row contains 2 additional seats. The first row will be 20 seats means we have to add that 2 seats. So, the second row will be coming for 22 seats. This is the second row. Next, third row we have to add again 2 means we are getting 24 seats. Like this we are getting up to 30 rows. How many seats are there in the last row? So, we have to continue the process like this means the 30th row how many seats where will be allotted, that is the question. The last row means here the 30th row. So, you have to write the sentence, the 10th sum. Number of seats in the first row. The question itself they have to given the number of seats in the first row is 20. So, we have to assume that is T1. Let T1 equal to 20. Next, they have to given the condition. Each row will be adding 2 seats. Since the additional seats in each row is 2. So we have to get the second row. Now, therefore, number of seeds in the second row. The first row they have to given 20 seeds. Next they have to given, in each row we have to add 2 seeds. So the second row we have to assume T2. Let T2 equal to, already we are having that is 20 seeds. We have to add 2 means 20 plus 2 equal to 22. Therefore, let the number of seeds in 30th row be T30. In the last row is 30th row, so we have to find the 30th row. So we have to assume the 30th row is T30. Therefore, the first term T1, the second term T2, the third row T3 up to T30 form an AP. So we got the first row is 20, second row is 22, third row is 24. Like this, we continue the process up to 30 terms. Up to 30 terms. Here, the 20 is the first term. So we have to allot A equal to 20 and D equal to 2 and N up to 30 terms. So that is what N. We need 30th row. So we want to find out here T30. We know the formula Tn equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Here you have to substitute, instead of N equal to 30 means we have to get T30. A is 20 plus N is 30 minus 1 into D is what here 2. So 20 plus 30 minus 1 is 29 into 2. So 20 plus 29 into 2, 58, that is equal to 78. T30 equal to 78. So the 38th row will be having 78 seeds. Therefore, in the all the sums you have to take and write the answer like that. In the last row, there are 78 seeds. That's all. 10th sum. Before we have to go to the 11th sum, we have to see the note. That is very, very important for we are doing this method of sum. The note, the first note, if the sum of 3 consecutive terms of an AP is given, then they can be taken as a minus d, comma a and a plus d. Here the common difference is sum of three consecutive terms, means we have to assume the three terms like that, a minus d, a and a plus d. The second one, suppose they have to ask the four consecutive term, means we have to assume like this. If the sum of four consecutive terms, the sum of four consecutive terms of an AP is given, then they can be taken as a minus 3d, comma a minus d, comma a plus d and a plus 3d. Here common difference is 2d. See the first note, the sum of the three consecutive terms of an AP is a minus d, a and a plus d. Their common difference is d. The second note, if the sum of the four consecutive terms of an AP is a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d and a plus 3d, here the common difference is 2d. This note is very important. Suppose they have to ask three consecutive terms, means you have to use the first note. They have to ask the four consecutive terms, means you have to use the second note. Now we have to see that the 11th sum. See the 11th one. The sum of the three consecutive terms that are in AP is 27 and their product is 288. Find the three terms. They have to given here sum of the three consecutive terms and the product. We have to find out the first three terms. Three consecutive terms means we have to use the first note. So we have to write like this. Let the three consecutive terms of an AP is, what is the first note? A minus d, comma a and a plus d. So here a minus d the first term, a is the second term and a plus d is the third term. We have to assume like that. Next they have to given the condition sum, since sum of the three terms sum of the three terms is 27. Sum means we have to add these three terms. So the first term is what here? A minus D plus second term is A. The third term is A plus D. The sum of the three term is 27. Now you have to remove the bracket. So A minus D plus A minus D plus A plus D equal to 27. Here minus D plus D will be cancelled. Remaining is what? A plus A is 3A. 3A equal to 27. So A equal to 27 by 3. So A equal to 9. Next condition they have to given the product. Since sum of their product is 288. The same method we have to product. So the first term A minus D into the second term A into the third term is A plus D equal to 288. Here A minus D into A plus D like that. We have to bring this term and this term is A minus D, A plus D. We have to bring here A square minus D square into A equal to 288. We know the value A equal to 9. So, we have to substitute here A equal to 9 means 9 into this is 9 square minus D square equal to 288. So, 9 into 9 square means 81 minus D square equal to 288. We have to bring the 9 to this side means 81 minus D square equal to 288 by 9. We have to divide means 3 9s are 27, 2. So, 81 here, have to bring to this side means 81 minus it is D square. 81 minus this is 49 equal to D square. D squared equal to 49. We have to take the square root on both sides means we are getting the answer D equal to plus or minus 7. Now we have to got it A equal to 1 value and D equal to 2 values plus or minus 7. D equal to plus or minus 7. So first we have to take that A value A equal to 9 and D equal to plus 7. First we have to take D equal to 7. Then the three terms are, the first term is what? A minus D, the second term is A, the third term is A plus D. Here you have to substitute. A minus D means 9 minus 7, comma A is 9, comma 9 plus 7. So 16, comma 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 7 is 2, comma 9, comma 9 plus 16, 16. So, the second condition we have to substitute the same A. A is 1 value, but D only 2 value. Already we have to take on plus 7. Now we have to take on minus 7. The same. Then, the three terms are A minus D, comma A, comma A plus D. Here you have to substitute the A and D value. So 9 minus minus plus 7, comma 9, comma 9 minus 7. So 16, comma 9, comma 2. Got to compare the two values. The first one is 2, 9, 16. The second one is 16, 9 and 2. We are getting the reversing solution. Therefore, the 3 consecutive terms of AP are 2, 9, 16 of an AP are 2, 9, 16. We are getting that two answer. One we have to get means another one will come for the reversing only. So we have to write the first one 2, 9, 16. The 11th one is over. Next 12th one, the ratio of 6th and the 8th term of an AP is 7:9. The 12th sum, the first condition they have to given the ratio of the ratio of 6 and 8th term of an AP is 7:9. Next they asked to find the ratio of 9th term to 13th term. The first one they have to given ratio of the 6th term and 8th term. They asked to find 9th term, the ratio of the 9th term to the 13th term. So we have to write the ratio like this. The ratio of the 6th term and 9th term. So you have to write 6th term is to 8th term equal to 7:9. We know the formula Tn equal to what here? Since Tn equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. The first one 6th term. 6th term means instead of n you have to substitute 6th. So we are getting that A plus 6 minus 1 into D is to the second term n is 8. So A plus 8 minus 1 into D equal to 7:9. A plus 6 minus 1 is what here? 5D is to A plus 7D equal to 7:9. The ratio we can write in the fraction. So the first term is coming for the numerator A plus 5D. The second term is coming for the denominator. So A plus 7D equal to here also the first one numerator, second one is denominator. Now how to do the cross product. Now how to do the cross multiply. So we have to get it 9 into A plus 5D equal to 7 into A plus 7D. So we have to multiply inside 9A plus 45D equal to 7A plus 49D. You have to bring A fully one side and D fully one side. Already here 9A is coming this side means 7A. Already there 49D. Next on the right minus 45D. So 9 minus 7 2A equal to 4D. We have to divide by 2. So A equal to 2D. Therefore we are getting that value of A equal to 2D. But they also find the ratio of the 9th term to 13th term to find the ratio of nineteenth term to 13th term. So, what to write like this? 9th term is to 13th term. 9th term means we have to write like this. N is here what? 9. So, you have to write A plus 9 minus 1 into D is to here A plus N is 13. So, 13 minus 1 into D. So, A plus 8D is to A plus 12D. We know the value of A. So, have to substitute the value A. A is 2D. So, 2D plus 8D is to here also 2D plus 12D. We have to add this means 10D is to here 14D. We have to divide these two numbers means this is 5 2s are 10, this is 7 2s are 14. D will be cancelled. Here 5 2s are 10, here 7 2s are 14. So, we have to get the ratio is 5 is to 7. Therefore, the ratio of the ratio of 9th term to 13th term is 5 is to 7. They have to given the question also ratio. They also find the answer also ratio. We have to use the formula is Tn equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. We have to simplify and get the answer. That's all. The next one, the 13th sum. In a winter season, let us take the temperature of Ooty from Monday to Friday. In a 1 week, in a winter season, let us take the temperature from Ooty from Monday to Friday. They asked to calculate the temperature from Monday to Friday only. So, Monday to Friday, how to count the number of days? 2B and AP. This is also in AP. The sum of temperatures from Monday to Wednesday is 0 degrees C. First, they have to calculate the temperature from Monday to Friday is 0 degrees C. Then they have to again calculate the sum of the temperature from Wednesday to Friday is 18 degrees C. They have to given here two conditions. The first one is Monday to Wednesday is 0 degrees C. The second one is Wednesday to Friday is 18 degrees C. Find the temperature on each of the 5 days. But we have to bring the answer each of the 5 days. Sunday what, Monday what, like that. Okay. So, you have to write like this. The 13th sum. They have to given the statement problem means you have to write the statement like that. First given. What is given? The temperatures are in AP. They have to given like this. The temperatures are in AP. Let the temperatures of, we have to calculate how many days? Monday to Friday. So Monday, comma, Tuesday, comma, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. They asked to calculate Monday to Friday. Here we have to assume the Monday is term 1, Tuesday is term 2, like that. So Monday we have to assume here T1, Tuesday we have to assume here T2, and Wednesday is T3, and Thursday is T4, and Friday is T5. Like this we have to assume first. The sum is not given anything, means first we have to assume the condition, then we have to simplify and get the answer. So we have to assume here Monday is T1, Tuesday is T2, and Wednesday is T3, Thursday is T4, and Friday is T5. And Friday is T5, like that. The first condition is what here? The sum of the temperature from Monday to Wednesday is 0 degree C. Given the first condition, the sum of the temperature, the sum of the temperatures from first condition is Monday to Wednesday only. Monday to Wednesday is, they have to given 0 degree C. 0 degree C they have to given. 0 degree C. Monday to Wednesday, that is we have to assume no, Monday is T1, Tuesday is T2, and Wednesday is T3. So T1 plus T2 plus T3 equal to 0 degree C. So in AP we know that in AP T1 equal to A, T2 equal to A plus D, T3 equal to A plus 2D, T4 equal to A plus 3D, T5 equal to A plus 4D. Here we have to substitute these values. So we have to get A plus D plus A plus 2D equal to 0 degree C, means we have to assume 0. We have to add A, means we are getting that 3A plus 3D equal to 0. 3A plus 3D equal to 0. That is, you have to keep equation 1. Next, the second condition. The second condition, given the second condition, the sum of the temperature temperatures from Wednesday to Friday. Wednesday to Friday, that is what? Is 18 degree Celsius. We know that Wednesday is what here? T3. So T3 plus T4 plus T5 equal to 18 degree C. In AP we got to substitute the value. T3 is A plus 2D. So A plus 2D T4 is A plus 3D, T5 is A plus 4D, that is equal to 18. So we have to add these values. So we are getting 3A plus 9D equal to 18. This is equation 2. This sum we have to use it 2 or 3 methods. I have to use this method. Now I am going to solve this equation. So subtracting equation 1 from 2. 1 from 2. So this is the first. Second one, 3A plus 9D equal to 18. The first equation is 3A plus 3D equal to 0. This is the second equation. This is the first equation. Subtracting equation 1 from 2. So we have to change the symbol. So this will be cancelled. 9 minus 3 is 6D equal to 18. D equal to 18 by 6. So D equal to 3. We have to get the value of D equal to 3. Substitute D equal to 3 in equation 1. What is our equation 1? Equation 1 is 3A plus equation 1 is 3A plus 3D equal to 0. So 3A plus 3 into D value is 3 equal to 0. 3A plus 3 3s are 9 equal to 0. 3A equal to minus 9. A equal to minus 9 by 3. So A equal to minus 3. A equal to minus 3. Now A equal to minus 3 and D equal to plus 3. A equal to minus 3 and D equal to plus 3, we have to got it. Plus degree C. Now we have to substitute the value. We have to assume that term 1 is what? T1 equal to small a. So small a is what here? Minus 3. Next we have to assume that T2. T2 is what here? A plus D. So A plus D is what? A is minus 3. So plus 3 equal to 0 degree C. Next third term, T3 equal to A plus 2D. So minus 3 plus 2 into 3. So we have to get the value is 3 degree C. Next T4. T4 equal to A plus 3D. So A is minus 3 plus 3 into 3. So we have to get the answer is 6 degree C. Next T5. T5 equal to A plus 4D. A is minus 3 plus 4 into 3. So we have to get the answer is 9 degree C. So the T1 means the first day, Monday. T2 is Tuesday. T3 is Wednesday. T4 is Thursday. T5 is Friday. So we have to got the temperatures from Monday to Friday. Therefore the temperature of each of the day the temperature of each of the 5 days are the first day is minus 3 degree C, the second day is 0 degree C, the third day is 3 degrees C. The fourth day is 6 degrees C. And the fifth day is 9 degrees C. The first day means that is what? Monday. This is Tuesday. This is Wednesday. This is Thursday. This is Friday. So now we have to get it Monday to Friday for the temperature. That's all. The sum is over. Next one, 14th sum. Priya earned rupees 15,000 in the first month. Thereafter, her salary increased by 1,500 per year. First starting salary is rupees 15,000 per month. Then the increment they have to given 1,500 per year. Then her expenses are rupees 13,000 during the first year, and the expenses increases by rupees 900 per year. Priya is earning the salary is rupees 15,000, but he expenses is what? 13,000. But the salary is increases for rupees 1,500 per year. Expenses also increases by rupees 900 per year. How long will it take for her to save rupees 20,000 per month? Suppose she will save some amount means 20,000. At last we have to see how to get means which month she is getting 20 months for her saving. That is the question. First earning is what? 15,000. Expenses is what? 13,000. The increment is what? 1,500 per year. Expenses also increasing for rupees 900. Suppose that her saving is 20,000 means which month it will coming for 20,000. That is the meaning. So we have to write the sentence given first. What is given here? The first one. Yes, salary is given. Let the first month salary be rupees 15,000. Her salary increases per year equal to rupees 1,500. How to put the zero carefully? The salary is 15,000. The increment is 1,500 only. Next one, her expenses for the her expenses for first year. Her expenses for first year equal to rupees 13,000. Expenses increases per year equal to rupees 900. This data is given. The salary is rupees 15,000. The increment is rupees 1,500. The expenses is rupees 13,000. The expenses increases per year equal to rupees 900. So we have to write like this. Here we have to write like this. Salary Next one, expenses. Next one, savings. Here in the first year, here the second year. The first year salary is rupees 15,000. The expenses is rupees 13,000. So her saving is rupees, we got to subtract these two, means is coming for 2,000. The second year we have to add the increment. Increment is what in here, rupees 1,500. So that the second year salary is rupees 16,500. The expenses also increase per year for rupees 900. So here 13,900. This is the second year of salary, second year expenses. So second year her saving is rupees 2,600. We have to subtract this, means we have to get like this. The third year also it will come like that. Every year we have to add 1,500. Here every year we have to add 1,900, means we are getting that her savings. Okay. So therefore the yearly savings are, the first one 2,000, second one rupees 2,600. We have to add again 600, means the third year rupees 3,200, and so on. This is form an AP. With the first term we have to assume A. So here A equal to 2,000, D equal to the difference of the first month savings and the second month savings. So we have to subtract, means we have to get it rupees 600. Next one, they asked to find out that they have to given the amount is 20,000. That is, we have to assume here Tn equal to 20,000. So now we have to got it A, D and Tn. Already we know the formula, Tn equal to A plus n minus 1 into D equal to 20,000. What to substitute here? A is 2,000 plus n is not given. So n minus 1 into D is what here? 600 equal to 20,000. So next one, 2,000 plus, next one, you have to bring the 2,000 to the right side, means we have to get it like this. N minus 1 into 600 equal to 20,000 minus 2,000. So n minus 1 into 600 equal to 20,000 minus 2,000, that is what? 18,000. So n minus 1 equal to 18,000. This 600 you have to bring to, it is coming for divide. So 600. So we have to get it n minus 1 equal to 20 will be cancelled. 1 6 30. N minus 1 equal to 30. So n equal to 30. This minus 1 coming to it means plus 1. So n equal to 31. N means what here? The number of year is what here? 31. So n equal to 31. Therefore number of years equal to 31. But what they have to ask the question, a saving is 20,000 means what will be the year they have to ask. Therefore, you have to write the answer like this. After 31 years, her savings will be rupees 20,000. அதாவது அவங்க கையில் வந்துட்டு 20,000 இருக்கு. எப்போ இருக்கும்னா 31 இயர்ஸ்க்கு அப்புறம் அவங்க கையில் 20,000 இருக்கும் சேவிங்ஸ் அமௌண்ட் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. இதுதான் வந்து இந்த கொஸ்டினோட ஆன்சர். தட்ஸ் ஆல். ஓவர். தேங்க்யூ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்.